right, Dolphins fans, welcome to Sports Night with Jorge. We are here on Dolphin Week 13 preview. Once again, thank you so much, those that have subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much for your support. And also, hey, I hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving weekend, which is not over yet. Game is tomorrow at 1 o'clock. As you see, Saints would visit the Miami Dolphins. Even though the records are bad, both teams 4-7. The other team is what 2-9. Okay, it is a must-win for the Miami Dolphins. So, what is road to victory? As you see my background, I'm actually in my living room and kitchen at the same time. So, because I'm cleaning up everything was left over from that turkey, ham, you call it, Spanish food. By the way, enjoy myself too. So I hope you guys enjoy your family. One thing I want to say before I start the program, give thanks to the guy up there, to God, that I'm here today and continue doing this. It's been a year of battles, if you want to say it. But at the end of the day, you surrender your battle to the guy up there and move on. What I'm thankful for, the guy up there living today, waking up this morning, being here with you guys, and at the same time, my family, my daughters, my son, sisters and brothers, you name it, the whole family, a little nephew, and my grandkids. It's all you ask for. So, but anyhow, an important game for the Miami Dolphins. As you see, they got real lucky on Thanksgiving week of football, which I posted out there on my shorts. I didn't post it much live videos because I was kind of busy. Uh, Dallas beat Kansas City. That's a good thing for the Dolphins. Ravens lost to the Bengals. Joe Burrow back that game, and then we had last night, Friday night, Black Friday. We had the Eagles win down back-to-back games against the Cowboys and against the Chicago Bears. The Bears are for real, guys. Believe it or not, whether you like it or not, the Bears are a good team. All right, what a turnaround, what a division, and of course we had Detroit lose a tough one against Green Bay. Also, that's gonna hurt Detroit if they want to make a run at this. Uh, so far, Green Bay has the advantage because they beat them twice already. So, but what a difference it make, right? When you get Michael Parson in your team, and you see the difference. So, and it's just impact. That's what it does. It impacts the team, and it gives them a better chance of making the team better, right? So, but here I'm gonna talk about this game. The key victory for this game. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Sorry about Ashley A-Chain running the ball, catching the ball in the backfield. I'm worried about two guys that, for me, since even though they have won 3 of the last 4 games, things that I've noticed, and you have to, and I know they're just numbers, right? You look at victories. We want victories. We don't want numbers, but numbers also reflect a victory. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So here's my key for road to victory for this Sunday coming up tomorrow, 1 o'clock at Hard Rock. Right here, man. We need Tua to be Tua. We need Waddle to be Waddle. I'm gonna say this, and I know you got a lot of Waddle fans out there, and I know a lot of people love Waddle, but I'm gonna be sincere with you. I don't feel he's the number one receiver for this team. He has struggled back-to-back games. Tua, now I know you're gonna say, well, we're running the ball more, okay? Defensive wise, don't change what's working, and that goes to Weaver. Then we got the offensive coach that came down from the booth, came down, and you could say revent, whatever you want to call it, revent. Sorry, this offensive line, right? So we're getting better as it goes on. I believe so. I think so. I think we have done better in the offensive line. My thing is, which is important to know this, okay? We got Austin Jackson hopefully coming back in this game. Uh, that is probably a game time decision. Who knows? I mean, anything could happen. Changing players around, that's another thing that I don't like. As they're playing so well, and then you start changing, and then you ask yourself, question, my God, We change him now. We're playing bad, and I hope it doesn't happen that way. So it's a plus. Remember, the guy comes from an injury, like Joe Burrow comes into the game. They're sloppy, kind of. He had a great, great decent game until he get warms up before he gets better as the game goes on, and you see they beat the Ravens. So same thing, players with the Dolphins. They come in offensive line, try to get in there, try to make the team better. Try to make some plays for Tua. But Tua needs to be Tua, guys. He needs to. I know he didn't throw an interception. I know his number looks ugly right now for the year, but he needs to be Tua. Okay, McDaniel needs to release something there about Tua. Just play your game. Play Holloway. Now I know you said we don't have Tyreek Hill. Listen, without Tyreek Hill, it's amazing how they won games and have they scored 30 points, 27 points a game, which is amazing. Okay, I'm not saying Hill is a key factor here. Yeah, it is. Okay, it's one of your key weapons in your football team to help you out. But now you have to move on from that. You got to use other receiver, Malik Washington, Eckridge. I mean, whatever it's available out there. Because the way I see it now, we have our tight end. Hopefully, he'll come back. I'm not saying that he will. He did practice, and then he was limited, and then he's questionable. Listen, guys, we need to address this. Let's be serious. We don't need injured players in the field just because you want to win. You want them healthy, okay? You don't want them suffering another injury out there. Be sure they're 100%. Be sure they're playing. So for me, it's a tough road ahead for the Dolphins. Is it possible they could win? They could go 10-7? Yes, I believe it. I believe they could go 10-7. Maybe lose the playoffs. But a 10-7 season that saved McDaniel, saved Tua, and remember they're going to be here regardless because of the contract. They're going to be here regardless. It doesn't matter. They're going to be here for probably one more year, and I think the evaluation starts in 2026. Believe it or not, not now. Now you see what you got, right? What is this team is made from, and what we have, right? So all these free agent signings and all these picking players from practice squads. Which, listen, what can I tell you? You got, Saunders. Sanders. Is he going to come back? Is he not going to come back? Is it a salary issue? The kicker, our kicker, hasn't done bad, by the way, since he's been gone. So, but at the same time, the Dolphins has a lot of decision to make as week to week process. Process that goes to this team. It's going to take week to week. They beat the Saints. I know on paper it's beatable. They could beat the Jets. It's beatable. They can even beat Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh for me is just a team that cannot find their way. That's what I see. They can't find their way. They can't find their system. Whether Rodgers there or not there, they don't know if to run the ball or to pass the ball. I think there's too many ego in Pittsburgh right now. I know you Pittsburgh fans might disagree with it. But I think the ego of Rodgers, and you say no, he doesn't have one. The other Eagles, man, listen, come on, man. Some of these players, you got Ramsey, you got everybody and playing. Sometimes too many stars in your ball club, it's not good at all. And you can say that to the Miami Dolphins. Okay, I want somebody that's hungry, that wants to win. I don't need a guy that say, hey, this is my name. I'm here to fill the stadium up. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion, my personal opinion. My name is such, 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 and I'm here to, take you to the Super Bowl. Well, that has not happened. Tyreek has been here for what? Years now. Hasn't happened. All that's happened is good numbers for him, good numbers for Tua. But now Tua number has diminished. Why? Because Tyreek Hill's not here? No, I don't believe it. I don't believe that. I think Waddle needs to step it up. I think Waddle needs to be Waddle. Go back to your Waddle days. Uh, and I know it's pressure, and it should not be pressure because he's been in the league for a long time. So now is let's see what happens. Let's see the evaluation of this team week to week. I still believe they got a chance to make it to the wild card. I believe this young group of guys, they're hungry and veterans mixed together. Uh, Even though we have injuries, let's be honest. And injuries, come on, let's be honest. It's part of football, right? It's part of football, and it gets tired every time we say injury, 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 injury. And now we're gonna have to take it one game at a time. And the tight end I was talking about was Darren Waller, by the way. Waller is another weapon for Tua. Gives him a better, better chance in the red zone. Tall guy, and you see all his touchdowns are in the red zone, by the way. So I mean, he's a tall guy. So I see what happens. Oh, you hear my babysitting dog in the back. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I believe that if we could play week to week, week to week, we could we could win this. We could go on the run here. If we end up 7-7, the moment we play Pittsburgh, and we have to be Pittsburgh, we'll be 6 and we'll be 6-7 going to Pittsburgh, and that's beating these two games, beating the Saints and the Jets. Of course, rivalry games, and there go. And this is why I'm telling you, Miami has a chance. Miami might play the last game of the season with New England being meaningful, meaning that they might not even worry about the game, worry about what's going on. So, but anyhow, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys have a blessed weekend, and I talk to you guys probably on Victory Monday. So once again, thank you so much for subscribe and you know doing everything you guys did for us, especially our podcast. Those that have Dolphin fans, non-Dolphin fans, and listen, let's help and support each other. That's the main thing. You guys have a blessed weekend. Go Dolphins and fins up, and see you next time.